Yeah, you're welcome to in-depth analysis. Let's talk about Celine Afiba. There are a few questions I really want to ask, and I really want to ask, and I think I demand answers from. First is, let's talk about the body, the remains Harrison found. According to his Instagram page, he found the body on the 3rd of June. That was when he found the body. And the first post he made concerning that body was on the 1st. And on the second, he made a post and complimented the post with a video. And on that video, I think he was traveling and he made that video. He said he was on Onitsha Owerri Express Road, I guess. That was on the 2nd. That was when he made that video. And he said on that video that in case you find anything, you can contact him. If you're scared of the police, you shouldn't worry, just contact him. On the post he made, he said he noticed there was some sort of disconnection between the police and the people, that you shouldn't be scared. If you find anything, you can contact him, WhatsApp or DM him. Now, this was on the 1st and on the 2nd, and the body was recovered on the 3rd. What I find confusing was on the 1st, when Just Adokun, she's a blogger on Facebook, was speaking to Afiba's husband. After that conversation, she made a statement. She said, as she speaks to us right now, this was on the 1st, that the police and Harrison are in the forest, I think so, with sniffer dogs combing the forest because they just got an intel about 2 bodies in a bag. Now, this was on the 1st of June, and the body is smelling, and everybody in that area has locked up their windows because of the smell. So it kept me wondering and pondering because these people, I'm talking about Celine and Afiba, they got missing on the 27th. That was the last time they heard from them. And until 3rd, nobody perceived this foul or ugly smell. Nobody decided to report this foul or ugly smell in the name of fear. Not just that. Even when Harrison said they reported, somebody had to own up, man up, and contact him. To my greatest surprise, it was the same federal police that came in from Abuja that had to escort him. I don't think the police work like that because situations like that, you just have to call the area command. I think they have the responsibility to deal with that situation, not Abuja. How did the police in Abuja appeared? Because at that time, Andrew was gone. And I think they need to report back to the headquarters and state how far they've gone. It also brings me to the question that, is it really the IG that sent these guys? Although Harrison, in 2 of his statements, the first one was on Daddy Freeze. He said the IG was not aware. That was the day he had Daddy Freeze had a podcast with him. Ben was there. Afiba's husband was there as well with one other guy. He said the IG was not aware of this case. The next time he said it was day before yesterday. I think that was the last conversation he had with Daddy Freeze. I think day before yesterday. This was how he said it. He said, the IG has constituted a panel in regards to Celine and Afiba and not the other way around that happened before. Because the truth is, I've been to the police headquarters before. I know how the name IG causes earthquake Even when he comes to office, no officer is expected to see at the no officer is expected to be seen on the walkway. Everybody disembarks. He has his own special elevator. So I believe if the IG should order such an arrest, it's immediate. There was no need branching at Uyo or branching at Otukbo or man, that victim will be that particular person will be flown immediately. So I find the arrest a little bit disturbing. Not to talk about what eventually happened to Andrew on their way, which they claim the story Harrison gave that facial recognition, thumbprint on the car, and he had to escape and he was brought down. My question was, because Harrison said they now radioed and they said a black Benz. So if I was traveling with a black Benz on that day, that means there's possibility I would have been gunned down. And so the story wasn't complimenting. And also, how did the police get the contact of the vigilantes in Utukbu? This is a suburb in Benue State. Suddenly, you just got the number of the vigilante. That's surprising. And the instructions you gave them was a black Benz. And if you listen to the interview Harrison conducted with the so-called vigilantes, they don't know, they don't even know anything about the whole case. Even Harrison confirmed that. In his words, he said, those men are innocent, they should free them. That was on Daddy Freeze. I think the second interview he had with Daddy Freeze, you can go check it out. He said freedom. But the big question here is, how did those policemen appear? The policemen that came in all the way from Abuja. How did they appear? That has been a big question. And for me, if you listen to Just Adokun, the first podcast she had with Harrison and Ben, Harrison made mention of the petition being filed by a family member of of Celine. And he has the copy of that petition with him. The truth is, the only petition copy that has been on circulation was the one filed by Blessing. That means Blessing's petition is the one causing all this havoc. And Blessing is nowhere to be found. It brings me to the question, why is Blessing running? And that question is one question Afiba's husband kept asking, that girl needs to be questioned. Why is she running? She was invited by Aba police. What did she do? She rather off her phone, deactivated her social media, ran to Abuja, got that purported petition from the IG. And that petition is the one wrecking all this havoc. It's quite sad. Now, I asked the question, what is the police hiding? If you listen to Afiba's boyfriend on Daddy Freeze, he said, there was this video that surfaced where Andrew was telling the girls, come to Aba, I have a mansion here, I stay in 6 bedroom, we'll go for food, we find nice food and all. That video was the video sent to Celine, but it managed to get into her iPad, which was at home. And it was some sort of evidence for the parents, that's Celine's parents and family, that she was invited by Andrew. Do you know what the police did according to Afiba's husband? She said, because the brother was the one with the iPad, the police invited the brother to the station to bring the iPad, and when he took the iPad there, they seized the iPad. They said it was a case of self-kidnap. But I guess that's a case of self-kidnap. It goes in hand with the purported chat, which they claim Celine and Afiba demanded for 1 million. And it was because it goes like this. Because Andrew took one or stole 1 million naira from Celine. So I think he wants to balance his act with the fact that they agreed for 1 million, but when they came, they had some sort of disagreement and they paid him back his 1 million. Then the girls in anger decided to leave his apartment and maybe deal with him with the plans of kidnapping or hiding their own self so he gets to suffer for what he has done to them. I think that was what Andrew was trying to cook up or come up with. So moving further, I also find it wary why Harrison suddenly became the spokesman of the police. First of all, he was the person that announced the death of Andrew. I don't think it was supposed to be him. He was the person that went to the morgue to, it's good job, but he did a good job, no doubt. I commend him, but I don't think it was supposed to be him handling that job. Even the money he recovered, I don't think it was him that was supposed to handle that recovery. Because for the fact he didn't tell us how the money was recovered, who the money was recovered from, it just don't sit well with me. It doesn't. Even searching of his house, to the best of my knowledge, I know situations like that are Andrew's house. It's supposed to be cordoned. It's supposed to be barricaded. It should be a no-go area because it's supposed to be a crime scene. And they searched the house before they recovered the body, after they recovered the body, and the next day, 3 times. Because if you're listening to Harrison very well, on the day he recovered the body, he said, this curtain is the same with the one in Andrew's house. Because when they went there, it matches the one in Andrew's house, which means he has been there before. 2, he said, after here we'll go there, which immediately from there, he went there to show us the curtain. And he made some videos with the same dress. Even he went to Andrew's so-called office and made a video. I don't think he was supposed to do all that. Then on the 4th, he made another video where they were coming from the forest and he said they've searched and searched and they didn't find anybody. So they are going to continue, they are going back to the house to continue with their search, which makes it 3 times. According to him, one of the police officers in the course of the search stole a phone, which was supposed to be an exhibit. Even the police officers that went for the search, I don't think it was them. I don't think it was their duty. It was supposed to be the police officers in Aba. But whatever the case is, I'm not a policeman too, but I don't think they had a warrant. Because first of all, I don't think they were supposed to be involved in the recovery of the body. They were supposed to be in Abuja. Because, man, you need to understand how feared the IG is. If an IG sends you on a mission and you fail, man, then go detain you instantly. So for those his boys to still be on rampage, it speaks a lot. You fail for IG mission, man, then go detain you instantly. Instantly. But they still came out to still continue the havoc. It doesn't sit well with me, sincerely speaking. So there's a lot of questions to be answered. Most especially, one big question that is still on my lips is the whereabouts of blessing. Because I don't see any reasons why your friend will send you a message telling you, I have been kidnapped by Andrew, sending you location, telling you contact the police, and you did nothing. You waited for another day before you waited and switched off your phone and went to Abuja. And you came out from Abuja with a petition that is causing all this havoc right now. And as for Ben, just that Dokun asked you a question. Why has he been sending those videos to you? And your answer was because he knew I'm a blogger. You sounded as if you were one kind of established blogger. Nah. As at that time, your YouTube page, you had less than 700 or 800 subscribers. So when you said you're a blogger, you sounded like one established, big hyped blogger. No. So I think you still have more explanations to make. The police has failed us, and we shouldn't be part of this failure. Because if the police had intervened when Rachel went to report, Afiba would still be alive. If the police had intervened when he threw somebody away, when he threw somebody from upstairs, downstairs in Port Harcourt, I think Celine and Afiba would still be alive. That's just the truth. And the police were aware of all these cases, but they did nothing. Rather, he was being aided with a gun, backdated gun. So I think we should remain focused. I just want the best for our country. I want us to have a police system that works. I think this will be my last video on Celine and Afiba. Thank you guys.